Great, we're at RAF Alconbury. It's Friday evening now. For anyone who comes here, it's going to be quite interesting. You probably wouldn't want to do it in the dark because to try and find it is an amazing. It's pretty difficult to find an entrance in. Thankfully, Urban Explorers, they're great people, I love them. They've made various holes in the fence so you can get in quite easily. But the place has so much history. It was under RAF ruling. It was used in the Great War, 1918, World War I, used in World War II. But what's interesting, what they don't tell you about World War I in particular, is that, and we'll just walk down as we go, through the corridors, is that this place in the Great War had just over 2,000 prisoners of war. The interesting thing is, out of those 2,000 prisoners of war, only 500 were registered at the end of the Great War. In other words, what that means is that 1,500 souls were missing. That's a lot of souls to lose, isn't it, during prisoner of war? When you walk through this site, it's amazing. Now, we may have come, with the filming, we may come across Urban Explorers. They're great guys. They check out the buildings for different reasons than what we do. You can come across anybody in here, really. I mean, it's free reign for all, isn't it? But, I mean, you can just see, I don't know how much you can see inside there. A lot of the buildings are fairly ruined these days. It is down for regeneration. It's down, as they call it. They're going to smash them all down, build a load of wimpy homes, Legoland houses on it. How delightful. The way of the times these days. But you just get a sense of feel here about what the things that went on. Now, I mean, one of the main blocks where some of the POWs would have been kept, and you certainly get a different feel about the place. But I say, you know, don't be alarmed. Don't get excited if you think you're seeing things on camera. It might just be an urban explorer. Nothing too exciting. But I'm just coming inside some of the buildings here. Fantastic. As we walk through, you can see most people, as we know over the time, I don't know how much we're getting on camera here, but they steal the copper for weighing. You can see one of the old exit signs, obviously not worth much for weighing in, I guess. So that's all the old piping. I mean, it's been pretty much stripped and redone over the time. It was actually loaned out to the United States Air Force, like a lot of English sites as well. There's still quite a few people in the area of Alconbury that actually served on this site, and they have their reunions every now and then. I say, but you just can't lose a sense of, well, where did 1,500 souls go to out of 2,000 POWs? Great War, not World War II, World War I, the Great War. That's what we're referring to. It's amazing. I mean, I don't know how much of that you can get, but yeah, the styles of the carpets are very typical of the earlier period. They're still surprisingly actually not too bad in condition. That's surprising. But most of it's been ripped out and smashed through for whatever reason. I mean, there's a classic murder here quite some years ago now. That was an interesting talk around the dinner table, I guess. But I need to just get a sense of feel. It's before here, actually, what was really interesting as well is that our sat-nav took us in a totally different direction. We ended up having to walk for 2 miles across pretty much treacherous terrain onto the old concrete landing strips, I guess. And it was all part of RAF Alconbury still, but not the section that's been sold for immediate redevelopment, regeneration as they call it. But what was interesting on there is we came across a multitude, absolute multitude of solar panels, just in strips and strips and strips. And those, it was quite surreal to see. But for an abandoned air site to have so many solar panels of modern times, plus they had about 6 or 7 main satellite dishes, modern. I mean by modern, they were certainly erected there within the last 2 years, if not sooner. And a multitude of CCTV. Quite interesting to have round a disused military site, isn't it? Why would you want all that CCTV and all those solar panels? So I think there's more to meet the eye with RAF Upwood on so many levels. So many levels. But you just get the sense that it's a wonderful, wonderful place. I suppose most people, as they would do, most people on a Friday night end up down the pub. We end up at buildings like this, isn't it fantastic? So So let's back out to the main areas there. Let's just go down the other corridor here. And no matter where you go down here, the other building is the main block, and that was quite exciting. For a multitude of reasons. Sadly, all the doors are pretty much missing now for whatever reason. Some people rip them off for fun over the years. Some people steal them, I guess. They're probably worth some money to read it. But how much are you getting of this, Simon, on the actual recording?
Getting quite a bit off of it, actually.
Right, good. So, I mean, this is interesting. You just want to see this for a minute. And this is one of the original. You can see it's one of the original shower blocks. Shower block 15. I just think that's amazing, isn't it? 15. Yeah. And I just love that. You know, there's something quite surreal about that. Okay, yeah, people have booted the doors off, but to still see the cipher number 15 now, isn't it? It's fantastic. Here you've got the same carpet style throughout what's been left there, as you can see, which is quite good. Even some light switches, I mean. So a lot of the buildings quite obviously classed as dangerous, not safe, but I think really for buildings that have been built in this period, they're a lot stronger than buildings of today, that's for sure. Danger, strictly no entry, that's interesting. I wonder what that used to hold. You can't really see in there now because the ceiling's come down from above. Although that's been modernised in recent time, you can see it's got a suspended ceiling in there that would have only gone in the 80s. Just trying to be intrigued about what that would have been in there. To be danger, strictly no entry. It's got a HazChem sign, so I assume it was a cosh cabin, I would have thought, nothing too exciting. The HazChem sign on it. This is the sort of thing we're talking about. Absolutely fantastic to see this. It's, you know, that's something out of the movies, isn't it? You get the corridors there. I don't know how much you can see down there of that. Not too far down, can you? But it's a shame because they go on for quite some time. Okay, we'll rejoin in one of the other blocks in a minute as we go through the next block in the buildings here. You see a lot of this with, you know, this is my home and various other things from the graffiti. Hey, it's expression, I guess. They do say that to destroy is creative, so I guess that's one of them. Yeah, creativity. Great, we'll catch you in the next building.